So as the football world continues to be on a football lockdown, I thought I'd take a little look at what the state of football would look like in 10 years' time. But in this video, we're going to be taking a look at one team in particular, and that team is Manchester United. That's right, folks. Today we're going to take a look at Manchester United. Have they managed to get themselves back into the thick of things at the top end of the Premier League? Or will it be another 10 years of uncertainty? Well, we're going to jump into the vortex in just a second, but let's have a quick look at Manchester United to familiar ourselves with some of the players. There they are, sitting in 12th. At the moment, this is just a squeaky clean. Of course, look at this era of dominance right here through the 90s into the noughts. The last title coming back in 2012, 2013. Since then, 7th. 4th, 5th, 6th, 2nd, and then now all the way back down to 6th once again. Can they get themselves back in? They are loaded. They have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge. Harry Maguire is the captain. David De Gea is the vice captain. Paul Pogba, the key man. And Hannibal Lecter, Hannibal Melbury is their key man. He's a 16-year-old youngster, formerly of Monaco, but he's at Manchester United's book. So, yep, let's take a little look at the team then, shall we? Loaded with players. Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Can these boys get them working together in the same direction? David De Gea, of course, £48.5 million rated. Rashi, only 21 years of age. He could still be there in 10 years' time, as could Manfini Martial. In fact, 1, 2, 3 players could still be there. What's going to happen to the likes of What's going to happen to the likes of Alex Sanchez, eh? And Chris Smalling, both out on loan at the start of this. Victor Lindelof could also still be there, as could Pereira. Jesse Lingard, he may be still around. You just don't know. He's not going to be around about that age where he'll pack it in. Luke Shaw, Phil Jones, they're all here. But what's going to happen to them in 10 years' time? Well, let's jump into the vortex and find out. So here we are, boys. 10 years into the future. So here we are, boys, 10 years into the future with Manchester United. So this is a bit of news here. 5 times in 8 years for Man City. So they've won at least 5 of the previous 8 titles. But that means their other 5 are still up for grabs. Who's got them? We'll find out. Well, are Manchester United one of them? Well, we'll have a little look, shall we? Are they in the... Whoa. They are first in the Premier League. Goodness gracious me. I did not expect that. They do win their title. In fact, they've won a couple of them. They win it in this season, 2028-2029 season, coming out on top. They did finish 5th last season. And all the way back 2023, 2024, they do win it as well. So it's been a recent revival for United. Finishing in 3rd spot 2019-2020, then back to 4th, 3rd, up to 1st, bang, 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 bang. So yeah, well done. Leandro Martinez is the captain, Alessandro Bastoni, vice captain, Patrick Fukakak is the key player, with Nicky Sweeney, the hot prospect as well. No international caps yet, but Patrick Fukakak, Austrian, 21 years of age, picked up from, holy shnikes, 100 million from Borussia Dortmund. Let's take a look at the team then, shall we? These are the boys. So we're leading the way is a 26-year-old non-regen, and he's valued at £84 million. His name is Sebastiano Esposito. He's 26, 80 caps for Italy, 56 goals. That's a phenomenal return. Picked up from 119 million from Borussia Dortmund, who picked him up from Inter Milan for 42.5 million. He's been a double-digit man. He's I wouldn't say a crazy outright striker, but he's been very, very strong. 7.42 average rating. He's a goal every 2, man. That sort of stuff. Paolo Montenegro, we saw him already. They've got a Cypriot. So how high, this is completely off topic, how high are they ranked? They are 99th in the world. Just curious. Jonathan David, in a previous video we have seen him. I think he was formerly of Arsenal, that's right. Man United pay £51 million for the former guy who haunted them back in the Europa League in this very season. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is still here. Anyone else? That seems to be it. Julio Cesar's come back out of retirement, or it's another one. Another Julio Cesar. Dele Alli is here. Rashi is still here. Rashford. Well. That's great. That's good to see. I like to see some of the old boys Darren Rye, never heard of him. So let's have a look at Rashi then, shall we? He's £59 million rated, 31 years old, 143 caps for England. Goodness me, that's a phenomenal ref. 41 goals as well. He has been the leading light for United, 7.43 rated at 180 goals in 474 games. It is basically 1 every 2 as well, maybe a little bit, 1 every 2.5 games. Rashi chipping in with goals. Wan-Bissaka as well, 31 years of age, just 24 caps for England. Spoiled for choice at right back. He's been there forever. And he's also had a 7.2 average as well. Not too shabby. James Justin came in as well to compete for spots on the left or the right-hand side. Just this season, formerly of Southampton, Villa, Leicester, and of course Luton prior to this season. And then there's a whole bunch of regens down here. Arthur, is that the former Barcelona Arthur? It is picked up for 93 million. Goodness me, I'm scared to see their transfer business, folks. I'm scared. Lisandro Martinez, he is the leading or the captain, formerly of Ajax. 59 million pounds picked up. So look at the managers, shall we? Shall we look at the managers? Yes. So Ollie lasted 9 years and 59 days. Wow, and he won 2 league titles in that era. 2 Premier League division winners, but I only see 1. 2 league wins, 8 cup wins. Yeah, I don't know how legit that is. Anyway, Marcelo Gallardo did pick up a win this season, 2 cup wins as well. Let's have a look at the records then, shall we? I was quite surprised to see Ollie last that long. Competitions. Champions League, no further success there. The Premier League, picking up in 2024, 2029. Didn't finish runners-up at all. Did finish runners-up a couple of third place, 1, 2 on 3 occasions. They won the Europa Cup. That's the second edition. You know what I mean? The UEFA Cup. FA Cup winners in 2022, 2023, 2029. Runners-up in 2025. They also won the Carabao Cup. In fact, they only finished runners-up in 2027. Community Shield, they picked up a few times as well. We're not really bothered about that. And the youth setup won some other bits and pieces as well. So, yeah, tremendous show. Let's take a look at those wacky-backy transfers. So starting all the way back in 2019-2020, no transfers in. A couple of players going out. Nemanja Matic goes to Torino for £12 million and quite a few loanies as well. Next season, you spent money. £51 million coming in, £22 million going out. £226 million going out. Cavani comes in on a free. Absolute steal. And he does score goals for you as well. Then you send him off to Burnley. Goodness gracious me, I can't believe that. Arthur comes in for £93 million. You also bring Yannick Karasako from, I don't even know who this team is. It's a Super League team. Dalian Professional. Rihatiti from Derby, who's Finnish. He's now over in China. You sell him for Nout. He goes to Columbus Crew. So he's now knocking on in China. Darembe from Copenhagen. He's now at China as well. Sold him for a bit of money to Crystal Palace. Mohamed Ihataren, £68 million to PSV, who's now at Dortmund. And you took a hit on that Chelsea £38 million sell later on. Players going out. Juan Mata goes to CSK Moscow. Bali goes to Hanover. Zexon Norwich. Joe Pereira goes to West Brom. He's still in the game. West Ham now have him. He is a goalkeeper. He went to the States for a few years as well. £3 million pickup from West Ham. Smalling went to AC Milan for £12.75 million. Actually wanted as an assistant manager by Bath. He was then goes to Fiorentina for £7.25 million. So he liked his pasta when he went out there for Roma. Dylan Levitt, one of the youngsters as well. Elanga. Pereira goes to Brescia for £13.5 million. He's now leaving Sociedad, going to Brazil. So, yeah. Phil Jones goes to Nice. Fred goes to Porto. And some other ones as well. Dimitri Mitchell goes to Nashville. Next season, Ferran Torres comes in for £69 million. Nicolas Talifenko comes in from Inter Milan, £61 million. He's now on the books at Everton. You sell him for free. You absolutely must be loaded. Andreas Christensen comes in from Milan, the former Chelsea man. He's now on the books of, or is about to be on the books at Moscow. Also bring in Brenner for £16.5 million from a Brazilian team who's now on loan at Norwich. Players going out. Scott McTominay goes to Southampton on loan. Where does he end up, though? He's at Spartak Moscow. What a journey he has. They pick him up for £11 million in the next season. We'll see that shortly. Barlow. Levitt goes to QPR. Brandon Williams goes to Newcastle. Doesn't get any caps. He's still 28 years of age. He's wanted. He's actually at Galatasaray. Wanted by Swansea. Rovers have him for £21 million, and we sell him to Galatasaray as well. So not great for him. Sergio Romero sticks around for a couple more seasons, goes to Lazic for £3.6 million. Who knows where he ended up after that. Next season, we got £198 million coming in or going out. Lucas Robertson from Vélez. He's an Argentinian fellow. He's now back at Boca Juniors. You spent £5.25 million on him, sold him for £23 million. So a good bit of business there. William Calavero comes in from Real Betis. He's still in the game, 37 years of age, and he's gone back out to AC Milan, then to Sevilla as well. So, good player. Dele Alli, £74 million, still with the club, 119 caps for England. Double-digit man, very, very good player for Manchester United. Kind of kicked on a little bit once he left. Abou Diallo goes from Olympique Lyon. He's now at Barcelona. Sold for £42 million, so not too shabby there. Good servant. Alexis Sanchez went to Rostov-on-Don, or whatever that is. Scott McTominay, we see it there. Axel Sanzabi at Porto. He's now at PSG. He's got a couple of caps for England, 29 caps as well. PSG trying to get the most out of him. Liverpool had him for a few seasons as well. We'll take a look at Liverpool in a couple of days' time. Angel Gomez goes to Newcastle, £11.75 million. He's now at Leicester. No caps for him, though. He's been swapping it around. So he went to Newcastle, went to Leicester. Went to Villa, then Leicester. And then that is that. James Garner went to Granada out in Spain. Next season, 2023-24, £231 million spent on the likes of Christopher Olsen, Krasnodar, £24 million. Mafias, a Brazilian who is still in the books and is wanted by PSG. So you might make a chunk of change on that one. Alessandro Martinez comes in. Sebastiano Esposito for £119 million. Players going out, £20 million for talent. Harry Maguire goes to Leipzig. He's still in the game. Goodness gracious, he's now at Huddersfield. And he played games out in the Premier League for Huddersfield, and he's got just 32 caps for England, not too many. Who else went? Laird, whatever you want to call him, and the other boys as well. Yannick Carrasco as well went out on loan. Carvalho went out on loan. Yeah. That's it. Next one, 2024-25, £179 million of talent coming in. Divock Origi coming in from Juventus for £75 million. He's now in the books of Shakhtar. You sell him for £3.5 million. Holy crap, who's in charge of the finances here? Absolutely making some horrific decisions. Other ones that stand out, not really. £150 million. Dean Henderson goes to Leicester at long last, making himself some first-team action. Leicester then sell him to Schalke. He's done okay, 6.99 average, but really nothing from his days at Sheffield United. Prior. Other big money moves. Diego Dalot goes to Juventus. Anthony Martial goes to Schalke, and he's still in the game, and he's still at Schalke, and he's been scoring goals for them, double-digit man for the past couple of seasons, except for this current season. Mason Greenwood, he's gone off to Leicester, still in the game, £38 million, no caps for England, but he's at Leicester. Leicester must be looking very, very good for themselves these days. 9.75. We haven't done them yet. I've just realised they're above Manchester United. That's why we haven't done them. Enrique Diaz goes to a Chinese outfit. Carrasco goes to Ajax. A lot of players in and out. Bit of a revolving door. Albril Modiba goes to Everton as well. South African fella now at Mainz. Next up, 2025-26 season. Troy Parrott comes in £111 million. He's now at Real Madrid. Do you make bank on this guy? You do. You make a bit of money. And he scored 20 goals in 33 games. Absolutely ripping it up. And he's still 27 years of age. He's got the world at his feet. He can't go any higher though. He's at the top of the game. Unless he wants to join Rovers. Alessandro Bastoni for £70 million. Nikola Pezovic as well, £3.5 million. He is still, no, he's at Bournemouth nowadays. A couple of loan spells. Didn't do anything in United. Next up, players going out. Joaquin Carrera to Galatasaray for 24. He's now at Atletico Madrid. He should have held on a little bit. He's now kicking on to be a really good player, good striker as well. Lucas Robertson to Boca Juniors. Simon Thompson to Sunderland. Victor Lindelof goes to Schalke. He's still there, 34 years of age, £3.2 million rated. Next season, £152 million spent. Thomas Travers from Inter Milan, £41 million. He's now at AC Milan. So in one door, out the other. You just took a bit of a loss on him, £10 million loss for that fella. Julio Cesar, the goalkeeper, £20.5 million rated. He's young, he's 22 years of age. He could go on to bigger and better things. He must be in the Brazilian squad. We're going to have a sneak peek. Julio Cesar is not in there. Allison and Edison still remain. And where would they be? We'll have a little look in a couple of days' time, I'm sure. Jorge comes in from AS Monaco, still in the game as well. He's now over in the Middle East. He took a massive hit on that as well. Players going out, £68 million worth of talent. Divock Origi go to Shakhtar. Mohamed Hatteran to Chelsea. Nelson Samada for £12.5 million as well. Besides that, Bruno Fernandes to PSG. Big loss there. Yeah, he's now gone to Fiorentina. So he spent a couple of seasons at PSG. Didn't really set the place on fire, but they moved on. 2027-28 season, £88 million going out, £219 going. No, 88 million. Next season, 2027-28 season, £88 million going out, £290 billion coming in. Pedro Neto from Porto brought in. He is actual real player. He's actually on loan at Trabzonspor though, so he hasn't really set the place on fire at United. Victor Suljevic as well from Chelsea, goalkeeper. So the sport for choice United. Goalkeeper players going out. Dan James is now Benfica, doing okay for himself. Blackburn are sniffing around to maybe bring him back to English football. We'll have to see. Troy Parrott, there he goes, on to his next bigger heights. Besides that, nothing else really to get excited about, I don't think. Next season, final season, £311 million spent. Goodness gracious me. Patrick Foucault, saying Moriba from Dortmund. Kieran Kelly from Orlando City. He is English. He's actually on loan at Werder Bremen. Jonathan David, £51 million. James Justin. Everybody bought in. A lot of money. £145 million going out, though. Sean McInnes goes to Huddersfield. Gonzalo Romero to Kiev for £20 million. Jorge goes to El Said. Rogero goes to PSG for £41 million. Thomas Tavares to AC Milan. Paul Pogba goes to Rennes. Finally, he's stuck around this whole time. That's good to see. Yep. Good old servant. 6.97 rated. He did manage to get 159 caps for France. And yeah, that's pretty much all the transfers for you. Let's take a look at the best 11s now for United. So Zolbach is number one with De Gea between the sticks on the bench. Tagliafico, Martinez, Christensen and Wan-Bissaka with Bruno, Hatteran, Rashford, Dele Alli, Torres and Esposito up top. On the bench are for Pogba and Anthony Martial. Esposito managing to churning 119 goals in 247 games. Rashford 219 goals in 531. Dele Alli 100 goals in 317 games, basically one every three. And the same can be said for Bruno Fernandes, amongst others. Let's go all the way back then. The first season, Juan Mata's in the team. That's a strange one. Bruno Fernandes getting 24 goals in his first season, 23 goals for Anthony Martial, 12 goals for Igalo. What happened to Igalo then, shall we? Still in the game, 39 years of age, but he can't play. He went back to China, did okay. Swansea then gobbled him up for 5.75. He scored goals for Swansea as well, Fenerbahce, and then ended up his career in Hungary as well. Any one of these you want to see? Luke Shaw, what happened to him? He's still in the game. He's at Brisbane Roar these days. Time at Watford as well. David De Gea is unemployed. He retired at United. Fair play. Lindelof, we've seen him, I think. Brandon Williams. Jesse Lingard, still in the game. He's over at Lille. Went to Leicester for free, £6.5 million. That is that. Anthony Martial, still in the game. Schalke, I think we saw that. Anyway, moving on to the next season. 2020-2021. Edison Cavani with 19 goals makes the 11. Marcus Rashford also 19 goals. Paul Pogba 10. He's on the bench. Bruno Fernandes got 14 goals. David De Gea between the sticks. Next season we have 2021-2022. 24 goals once again. Bruno Fernandes. Marcus Rashford 22 goals. Edison Cavani with 11. And on the bench Anthony Martial with 13 goals. Lindelof alongside Tagliafico is also in the back four as well. Next season pretty much the same. Back four, back five. Ferran Torres with 11 goals. Dele Alli Alli 21, Rashford 22, Greenwood with 12, and Bruno Fernandes with 18 goals. Fernandes gets 13 in the 2023-24 season. Esposito with 11, 19 goals for Rashi. Dele Alli with 14, Torres with 15, and De Gea between the sticks as well. Next season, still David De Gea between the sticks. Paul Pogba with the double digits, as with Ferran Torres, Dele Alli, Marcus Rashford with 29, 19 goals for Esposito, and 11 for Bruno Fernandes, who makes the bench. Into the 2025-6 season, 21 goals for Troy Parrott, 15 for Dele Alli, 29 for Rashi, 23 for Esposito. Pogba gets 9, no more of Fernandes. No, there he is, he gets 7. He just squeezes in with another bash of goals. 2026-27 season, 11 goals for Ferran Torres, 25 for Rashi, 16 for Esposito. Troy Parrott with 9. Doesn't really bother him, he's on the move very, very soon. Next season, 2027-28 season, we have 14 goals for Torres, 16 for Dele Alli. Rashi gets 26, Esposito has 28. And then Troy Parrott with 6, and he's on the move. Next up, Zolchbach between the sticks, 14 goals for Ajax Moriba, 13 for Patrick Fukakak. This is the final season. 16 goals for Rashi, 22 for Esposito, 13 for Clarius Traturos, and Dele Alli gets himself 10 with Paulo Montero 9, and a goal bonanza. And that is your best 11 once again. Take a look at the records then, shall we? Bobby Charlton still leads the way with 119 goals by a player. Ryan Giggs, most league appearances. That has not changed. The best players, though, most goals in a single season, Rashford with 29. Esposito has been chopped on the heels, though, with 28. Most assists by any one player in any one season, Bruno Fernandes with 21. Next best thing would be Dele Alli with 17. And your highest average rating goes to, I'm looking at a 7.53 for Rashi. No, it's beaten by Sebastião Esposito with a 7.58 average rating. And once again, these are your best, your records from your best players there. £118 million is the most transfer fee paid for Sebastián Esposito, which seems to be paying off dividends. The highest transfer fee received was Troy Parrott, £123 million. So, United do get back to the cream of the top with 2 titles in the past 10 years. Who gets the other 8? Well, tomorrow we might find out. We're going to take a look. Who is tomorrow? Who is tomorrow? It's going to be Chelsea. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.